Yo, what it do, kings and queens, and welcome to another edition of Talk Back to Me Podcast. I'm your host, Exclusive, and welcome back next to me. Chels, what you got coming up for us?
Oh, I know y'all missed me. Today we talking about blessings on blessings on blessings.
Okay. Looking forward to that one.
Ask me how I'm doing. I'm blessed.
We're going to start a little church sermon.
She came out with
You
it.
hear me?
It's Charlie.
Charlie.
We most definitely got the ferocious and vivacious Jelly. What you got coming up for us?
So, to touch on our topic of forgiveness, I'm going to speak on this Botham Jean case with Amber Geiger and how his family so warmly embraced her, as did the judge, as did the bailiff.
Hugs and shit, huh?
Yeah, I mean, you got hugs and shit. I'm trying to see what that be like.
Damn, looking forward to that one. And last but certainly not least, the profound ticket. What you got for us coming up?
Man, I don't be telling y'all nothing to the end of the show. I don't ever change that, but yeah, let's get to it today. We got Light Bright back over there. What's up, Chels?
Chels back.
She said
on the
Aaron too.
NO.
Y'all on one accord over here. We in trouble today,
How Courtney
Bob.
them be
Key,
saying,
do you love me? Yeah, we probably
We in
gonna
trouble.
get double teamed today. We
Oh,
got
wow.
some female energy
Finally,
in the building.
shit.
Finally, huh?
They always.
I'm sick of these niggas. I'm sick of
Tired of her. I ain't forgiving nobody. Fuck them. I'm joking, man.
Let's get right to it. Art of Forgiveness is the episode for today. I'm gonna start it off with Chels. What's your topic on it? What you got on it?
Man, okay, so art of forgiveness, that can go so many ways. Relationships, family, work. But I feel like a lot of times we kind of maneuver through life. Is that a good right word? Maneuver?
Yeah,
okay.
that's the right word.
You know, a lot of people.
Part in the Red Sea. I hear you.
manure. That shit.
I'm just happy you asked this is the right word. Some people would have kept going.
But no, like, you know, we go through life and we have a lot of guilt, a lot of trauma, you know, a lot of stuff that we hold on to. And it's because we haven't forgiven the people or whatever situation that caused us to feel that way. And we a lot of us take it to the grave. And I feel like we need to start forgiving so that we can allow ourselves to heal.
Okay.
So,
Okay. That's a good point.
That's a deep one right there. Ticket, what you got on it?
I mean, it's kind of the same, man. I mean, you holding on to somebody, some energy that they're not even thinking about.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can understand if it's something detrimental. You know what I mean? If somebody did something. But I mean, at the end of the day, you still have to find some type of way to forgive, man. I mean, God forgive us for everything. You can do something, you repent from your sins and you get forgave and you move forward from that. But it's hard, though. I mean, because, shit, some people do some shit that you just can't forgive. You got people out here that fuck your best friend, fuck your wife, your ex, whatever. I'm just saying, you know what I mean?
Wait, what's
Sometimes when you touch, you know what I'm saying? When you
tea?
touch the soul, it starts to speak out. But anyway,
Crazy.
I mean, it happens a lot of times, man, and it's hard to forgive a lot of people, but you got to find a way to, because if not, you're going to be holding that burden when they not. He put his hood on. It get personal out here.
I'm Hoodie Paul out here.
Aw,
That's
shit.
crazy.
It get personal out
I ain't been
here.
going that
Jelly,
long.
what you
What's
got
tea?
on it?
So what I would say is, honestly, forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you, which is what I said on the last episode. So many people don't realize that by harboring that pain and thinking about it all the time and saying how much you hate this person and how wrong somebody has done you, it doesn't benefit you. And if it ain't beneficial, it's artificial. Fuck it. You know, you have to let go and let God. In so many words, if a situation is for you, then it would have worked out. If it's not, then you got to know that there's bigger and better in store. Whatever has taken place, there is no testimony without the trial. There is no testimony without the tribulation. So with that being said, you got to go through it to get through it.
Hey,
It's that simple.
I feel you.
And
Into that.
you don't know if this is what's going to break you or it's going to make you. And you have to be the deciding factor in that. What are you going to allow whatever has happened to you to do to you? Grow from it, goddammit. Fuck them.
That's facts, though. What you think, Paul?
That's real
Ask me how I'm doing. I'm blessed.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What you feel, my
I'm
brother?
taking the church.
He got the hood on. This
Yeah, I'm
finna get real.
hoodie,
Okay.
I'm Hoodie Paul today, y'all. I'm Hoodie Paul. Real simple. Me personally, I think we forgive too easily. You know what I'm saying? Let me elaborate on that. You know, you do supposed to forgive those that's done you wrong. I mean, if we really want to just go biblical terminology, you know, forgive those who's wronged you. But
Vengeance is mine.
you know, yeah, but sometimes God take a little too long for me. So, you know,
Whoa.
Not God, not God.
I'm just being right
No,
now.
for real. No, people be like, oh, my
Wait
God is
a
the on-time
minute.
God. No, he not. He be
No,
late sometimes.
It ain't no on time. He come when he's ready, not when you
This
ready.
is hoodie
Yeah.
Paul right now. I'm
He on
savage, you know.
time.
So
He come when he ready.
yeah, he just sometimes he take a little bit too long, and I just feel like some people
Also-
don't deserve that.
God doesn't take a long time to forgive. He always forgives.
First of all, you were forgiven in advance.
right.
Exactly.
So it's us. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we think, okay, God, you're gonna do this, but we got to put in the work. You know what I mean? So you know what it is that caused it, and you know what you need to do in order for yourself, in order for you to feel better, or in order for you to be a better person.
That's facts.
You know.
But I'm talking about this vengeance part, though. Like, if a person do me wrong or try to get over on me or whatever the case may be, I just feel like something needs to happen, you know.
And I mean,
quick.
it's
Like,
gonna happen, and
when?
it might. But look, it might
You're
happen.
thinking they winning and they really not.
Well, and the thing is, you know, we expect revenge or karma to happen to people, and it could happen. You just ain't gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? It could still happen, whether it's in your face or not. But if you're expecting to see it, that's still something that you need to grow from.
And it don't always come in the fashion like just because somebody cheated on you, it don't mean that they gonna get cheated on. It might be their kid. It might be
their money.
Their
Yeah.
money. It might be their job. Man, karma come in a multitude of ways. You know what I mean? But like she just said, it's not for you to see. God deal with them people on their time just like He'll deal with you. And it's not about it don't come in the right time or the right retrospect. He come when He feel like you ready. You know what I mean? Like you might have a settlement check coming. It's worth $1 million, and you like, man, that settlement check supposed to be here 4 weeks ago. 4 weeks ago, you might not have been ready because 4 weeks ago you might have got it and spent it.
Yep.
4 weeks later, you might have got it now, and you done something for your family and put something up and got you a business where you can grow and maneuver, like you said earlier, maneuver through the process and do what you do. But it don't work like that, man. But you learn that through maturity. It takes time and it's hard, man. But trust me, it is hard. You know what I'm saying? That forgiving shit is hard, but you have to.
I would say that I've become more on the secular side, like, of worldly things. Like, I want instant gratification. Like,
that part.
you got to see me hurt. Why I don't get to see you hurt? Why he got to do your shit behind closed doors?
That part.
Why you got to be in pain in the closet and my shit was on the stage? Like, I'm publicly embarrassed.
Because you might be a stronger
motherfucker,
warrior.
Cry too.
And not even that, but in certain circumstances, it was publicly done to you, and your come up might be. It's also.
It better be.
publicly, You know what I mean?
It better be. If I'm publicly embarrassed, you better make this platform where I shine.
That's
Like, so many
how
girls have
it
been
works.
exposed for sex tapes and things like that, which, boom, perfect example. Y'all get exposed. Boys send your pictures out. They send your videos out. Everybody sees it. You become known as this girl who was,
Reputation.
thrust into the spotlight in your most intimate moments. Take that and take power over that situation. Use that and get you a business.
Kim
Sell sex
Kardashian.
toys. Sell lingerie. Goddamn, I don't care what you sell. You can sell books. Sell you something that's going to make you profitable.
Wow.
Well, that's what Chris
It's that
did to
simple.
Kim.
And in that same token, realize I would have never encountered this
Well, who?
if it wasn't for this bullshit
That's what
individual.
Chris Jenner did for Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
First of all, Chris was the one. You're doing great, baby. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah,
She was filming it.
Take the whole thing. I think Chris was in the video, like, pulling her hair back. Like, go ahead, do it. Go a little deeper.
Y'all be wildin', man.
No, for real, but no, for real. No, for real. I really feel like, okay, take the situation and make it work for you.
Yeah.
Yes, forgive those
You
people.
can always flip it.
But we are too fucking forgiving.
That
Because,
part, again.
no, for real, we are too forgiving. As black people, we have this whole mentality of vengeance is not mine. God is going to handle this, and this person will get theirs. And, oh, you wronged me, but it's okay.
But
But
that
let
works for
another
a lot
black
of
person...
people.
Let another black person do you wrong and watch what come out of you.
You ready to shoot? Shit.
You sorry, motherfucker. That's why I don't support niggas anyway. And boop boop beep beep
Not
beep
everybody.
beep beep.
Yeah.
And then you like, well, damn.
I mean, that works for a lot of people. You know, I guess it just depends on
We got this
who you
savior
are
complex.
and how you take it. Yeah.
You believe in God? I'm just asking.
Ooh, that's a whole nother
Do I believe in God? Yes.
Okay. I was just
Now-
asking. No, it wasn't nothing personal. It was just a question. Okay.
Yes, I believe in God, but I don't believe that people should follow what the Bible has given them, because the Bible is not a first-hand account.
Facts, man-made.
This is man-made.
Okay.
This is second-hand accounts. Like, this is not God writing down his will and testament.
I mean,
this is people's interpretation of God and interpretation of his stories.
I mean,
so that's like pass the message. If he whispers something in my ear, by the time it gets all the way back around to him, it's going to be something completely different.
We learned that in first grade, though.
Exactly. And it's all about your interpretation and how people portray that message. So I would rather get the word from God himself. If you got something you want to tell me, come to me.
Yeah, I mean, but outside
But you got to be ready for him to come to you as well.
Outside of
but God will meet you where you are.
It's still,
You got to be open to it.
I mean, forgiveness outside of spirituality, it's going to hurt you more to hold on to that and wait and look for somebody
Definitely.
to, you know what I'm saying, feel like shit because they made you feel like shit. You know
Definitely.
what I'm saying? So it's easier
Unless I
to
take matters into
forgive
my
and
own
move
hands.
on from things, and I think that's what that is. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the
Wait.
trying to move on. Why it's so easy for us to forgive, because nobody wants to continue to think about shit that hurt them.
But people also have to understand that although you may want someone to forgive someone, you have to let them process that hurt. You have to let them process that
it take
growth
time.
on their own time. You cannot say, oh, it took me a year to get over my ex. You should be over it by now. No, nigga, I'm still terrified. I'm scarred. Like,
And it might take me
But
3
some
weeks.
shit bothers others more.
what happened to your head right there?
Right here? Mm-hmm. Damn, how you know that ain't personal?
I'm just asking. Like, you know,
you know what I'm saying?
Say damn.
No, I'm just playing. I got hit by a ceiling fan.
okay. Do you know how long that took you to heal?
I don't remember. I got liquid stitches, so it was quick. It was a new thing.
But
Yeah,
the scar is still there, right?
yeah.
So you see it and you're like, damn, I remember what happened to me. It's the same thing.
I don't even recognize it anymore until somebody
Because
asks.
you living with
Really?
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Eventually, you become oblivious to it. But other people, they see it and they're like, oh, well, what's this little mark right here? Like, what happened? When you start dating someone and they're noticing everything about you, they're like, oh, what's this little cut right here? And you have to retell that story. You have to relive that moment. Now, for some people, this may be painful to express versus others. It's like, you know, shit, this just happened when I was little. You know, it is what it is. Oh, it is. I don't even notice it.
Yeah.
For somebody else, it may be like, damn,
But-
you just brought up all that pain. You just brought up all that hurt. And
'Cause
I haven't
everybody's
fully
different, though.
forgiven that
That
person.
everybody's different.
I
But
have to
like
go
you
through my
just
process.
Said, you said, how long did it take for it to heal? If I'm healed, it shouldn't bother me like that to talk about it.
It shouldn't, but depending on how you got that scar, it might.
So the
Say your
certain
mother,
things bother
say
you
your
now?
mother held you against your will, and she took a knife to your fucking forehead, and that's how you got that scar. Versus a
but what
ceiling
I'm
fan doing
saying
this,
is,
how would it affect you?
She's saying if she's healed.
If I'm healed, that's not the. If it still bothers me like that to that
You're not
extent,
healed.
I'm not healed. So,
Exactly.
But that's the the point. Forgiveness to start healing. You know what I'm saying? So you can get past those things.
So what steps do you think it is in forgiveness? How many steps you think it is?
I mean, what are we?
It depends on the
You
person.
know what I'm saying? Yeah. It
In the
depends on
situation.
person. In the situation, what are we
Got you.
forgiving? You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
it's really
Because-
all up to you though, man. You got, like I'm saying, you really got to get to a point to where you stop holding that, because you walking around holding that and they not. You know what I mean? It's not, because some people know not what they do. You know what I mean? We still like can live by that. Some people might come in every day and joke about your feet, but you really mad, like you don't like anybody saying something about your feet. But they might come in every day and be like, damn, look at them fingers. Damn, look at them. You know what I'm saying? Joke, yada,
Look
yada.
at my feet, why you
But,
do
but, see what I'm saying? But some people might literally be like, damn, I'm like really
They all
self-conscious
right.
about my feet. Now, they might just be joking and not be,
And
not
you
thinking
really
nothing
got
of
some
it.
issues
So they
with
not
your
even
feet.
thinking that you're hurt behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when it goes past that, you're sitting there hurt, but why? Like, I mean, let that go.
But-
You gotta know. You gotta believe in your own self. You gotta love your own self. You got a lot of that.
Yep, but
a lot of that
that's
shit
all the
gotta
time.
get let go.
People say a lot of hating shit in a funny way.
That's
like,
true.
you know how
Facts.
that people like, oh girl, oh she thinks she doing something, she lost a little weight. Like, no, I am doing something. I done lost a lot of weight, wench. Like, you hating.
Well, people say that about your business. They be like, man,
you
I
can't
see
get rid of
you.
your fupa. You mad.
People say that about you. People might say, man, I see y'all with y'all little podcast.
And I hate that. Don't put little in front of nothing I'm doing on everything. And I still get this to this day. I see you got your little show. I see you doing your little podcast. No, your mama little bitch. Don't put little
But you
in front
can't
of
get
nothing
that
I'm
angry though.
doing.
You can't because then.
Yes, I can.
But I'm
you
saying.
can't tell me what I can't
No,
do.
I'm
yes,
saying
I
you
can.
can't because then you're allowing people
I
to
can
get to your
forgive
inner
you.
peace.
And they see
I can
what
forgive
ticks
you
you off.
2 minutes
Exactly.
later. I can forgive you 2 minutes later, but I can
I
express
just
that
ain't let
I didn't
nobody
like
get to my
it.
inner peace like that. Fuck them.
But here's the thing: if I don't tell you that I don't like something, how do you know that you can't keep doing that? some people may use that as your trigger, and some people may learn from it and say, "Oh,
That's
damn,
funny.
she
I was
don't like
actually
that. I can't do
having
that."
this conversation with somebody I just met, but like we was talking on the phone on my way here, and he was saying like, "Damn, what were we talking about? I forgot."
You had somebody had a drink for their guy. They went to happy hour. They ain't even happy hour yet.
Like how people use different things in different ways. Some people will learn from it versus others will use it against you.
Oh no, you were saying like going off on them and letting them know. You know, you gotta learn how to let people know don't fuck with me, but still be nice about it, if that makes sense.
Like, oh, it don't fuck with me that much, but I didn't.
My mom
that's a woman
always
thing.
told me you gotta
Be
be
nice,
nice,
nasty.
I think that's a woman thing, Paul.
Be nice,
Because
nasty.
we don't go off on
Nice,
people like that.
nasty.
I'm gonna break it down too when you're done, Chelsea. Go ahead.
Yeah, but no, like you have some people that deal with trauma, like with their parents or their grandparents. They were abused, and now that they're adults, their parents want relationships with them, and it's like,
I'm cool, little bro.
right, right. Like I don't really, I love you because you my mama, but don't fuck with you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people use that as that's how they deal with their relationships with other people.
I'm dealing with that right now, and
Yeah.
I'm over it. Like, motherfuckers, like,
It's like,
it's like, man.
You heard that shit?
I know I'm saying, like, it's like, bro, I don't even care for my mama how I care for you. And it's like, you don't care for your mama like that.
I don't want you if you don't. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I second that.
But
Man,
given-
still your mama,
but
man.
depending on the
Still, yeah.
At the
situation,
end
it's
of the
like,
day, it's still
okay,
your
there's
mom.
nothing that I won't do for her. But at the end of the day, I do value some people more than others because you've been
Yeah.
there for me. You're helping me with this transition. You're helping me with my growth versus this is the person who's tearing me down. How do you expect me to love them more?
Right.
How do you expect me to prioritize them over you when you're the one who's making sure I'm at peace with myself?
Yeah, and if
versus
that's
them.
currently going on, that makes sense. That's not something that happened in the past. He's still dealing with that right now. You know what I'm saying? But he need to get that in check before he try to be with you for real.
First of all, who said that was my potential boo?
Okay, you said you was dealing with it.
Yeah, no.
We'll check the DMs.
I'm
Like-
saying, why you gotta check the DMs?
Check, check.
Paul is
Hashtag, I
active
need
in
you.
my DMs, okay? He
want
has
you.
my password. He's
Hashtag,
active in
I
my
need
DMs.
you.
Watch what
Jelly
you say
replied.
to me.
It was Jelly.
Watch what you say to me.
I'm watching.
I still think you hold your
I
own
want
power,
you.
man.
I want you.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I done been through a bunch of shit in life, period. But I just still think you hold your own power, man. I mean, we talk about forgiveness all the time, man. Like, I really be on some, like, fuck them type of situation. Like,
Seriously.
you hold your own power. Like, man, I ain't gonna lie. From playing ball, from doing music, from miking, from coaching, from relationships. You know how many people done told you one thing and do something different? I mean, life in general. They can come to you that, yeah, man, we got this, man, you killer, man, we gonna make this money, we gonna do that, yada. Then tomorrow you be like, what's up? Man, I'm still waiting on such, because they be fronting.
Yeah.
You gotta learn. I've been at one establishment, I ain't gonna say the name, for 10 years. We just talked about this before we started the show. I'm not there no
I
longer.
wish you would.
Yeah.
I'm not there no longer. And we all know why.
Yeah.
But when it comes down to it, I could walk around angry like, yeah, such and such did. Man, fuck that shit. They not finna hold my, like, they not finna hold power over me.
A form of forgiveness.
Yeah, but that's because I say, but within me. Like, because
Yeah.
it comes down within me. I'm not going to let anybody else hold that power over me.
Right.
Like, I can look at you right now. You can do something very detrimental, and I'll be like, man, it's cool.
And
Keep
I
it
know not to
moving.
No, you know what's
You know what I
crazy?
mean?
I'll
Forgive, don't
forgive you,
forget.
but you won't know I've forgiven you.
But you won't forget.
No.
I
I'm not gonna
forget.
tell you.
You don't get the
like literally.
satisfaction.
Me and my son's dad got our own issues. I real life don't even give a damn no more, but he don't know that.
Yeah.
I've even told his brother, like, of course I'm gonna let the baby come over there. Of course I'm gonna let this happen. Of course I'm gonna let this continue. But with him, oh, you're gonna feel it.
Yeah.
You're gonna feel like, oh damn,
But why?
she really ain't finna let me do. Cause I don't care to give you that peace. Let me alone.
You still mad?
I don't care.
No, that wasn't a question.
No, I'm not still mad. I don't care anymore.
Okay. But I'm
Because
asking. Okay. I
because
got you.
what
Why?
you're saying and what you're doing, you're gonna feel that more than I'm gonna feel that. It's gonna affect you more than it's affecting me.
But that sound like you still mad, though.
No, I'm not. Because if I was still mad, I would not allow you to see him. I would not allow him to come over there. I would not still communicate with your mother on behalf of the child because you disturb my peace, so I'm gonna cut you off.
And I'm
so
not-
you don't know how I'm feeling.
And I'm not saying mad as far as, like, whatever he done. I'm saying, are you still mad at the situation?
No, it is
Because you
what
can
it
be
is.
like, I'm not mad about what you done, whatever you did, but I'm still mad at the situation, because you hurt me.
No. It's like, it is what it is. Because at the end of the day, if it doesn't benefit the baby, then I don't give a damn about it. Like, as long as you still are who he thinks you are to him,
Mhm.
whatever. Whatever you say to me, that never makes it back to the baby.
Well, because it's always supposed to be like that anyway. Anything that goes on in life, if he realizes anything about his father, he's supposed to realize that itself,
I
not
be
from
telling
you.
people I am not a baby mama. Like, I'm somebody's
Baby's
mother.
mother.
Like,
Amen to that.
I'm not a baby mama.
Is
I'm
anything
not
you hold
finna
on
do
to that you
all
still mad
tit for
about?
tat, petty shit. That shit.
Anything you hold on to, you still mad about, Just? That you ain't forgave nobody about? It ain't even got to be personal. It could just be, you could have been in traffic just now. Somebody cussed you out.
Raggedy bitch.
Well, I mean, I guess because I have this thing where I feel like, oh, like, I'm a good person. So when people do shit like, you know, fucked up shit, it's like, damn. Like,
Why you do me like that?
right, you know what I'm saying? And you got people that fuck over you and you won't even, you know what I'm saying, go that far with them. So, and I won't say I haven't forgiven those people because I honestly can't even think of it. But that feeling, you know what I'm saying? That's something that I had a hard time, like, getting over. So, I mean, I guess it's not really forgiving that person, but the situation is just like, that's more so for me, you know what I'm saying, to work through or to heal from. You
To
know
move
what I'm
on.
saying?
Yeah. What about you, Paul?
Man, you know what I don't forgive? That I'm still having a problem.
Oh,
with
shit, I'm
forgiving?
scared.
Say that again.
You know what?
That drink getting good in the motherfucker over there, ain't it?
That I have a problem of forgiving.
What's that?
We spilling tea?
These goddamn cops keep killing our people.
Oh, God.
Like, I'm so tired of that shit. Like, my thing is, you know, yeah, true, we can't put them in a situation where they feel unsafe or uncomfortable, whatever the case may be.
You are trained
But you are trained to do this. You are trained to go through sight.
and then be mad when regular civilians react under pressure. What the fuck you expect me to do?
I can't forgive
I'm
that.
not
I can't.
prepared for this. You went through this. You're supposed to be ready for this.
Yeah.
I can't
They're supposed to
forgive that
test
shit.
your mental before you are unleashed onto the streets, claiming to protect and to serve. Serve, motherfucker, serve. You
not gun us
you
down.
stuck on this protect part, but you're not protecting. You are actually defending yourself. You're protecting yourself. You're supposed to protect. You are a public servant. I don't think you
forgive-
Well, y'all
understand
know where we
that.
live, right?
Man, I don't
I mean, I'm not making an excuse for it.
In
I'm just saying.
hick-ass
But I'm saying,
Texas.
you know where we live, and I'm not even just
Yeah,
talking
I
Texas.
understand.
Y'all know
I
where we live, right?
understand that.
We live
I
in
understand.
America.
This is America.
America. Yeah, I said that for a reason.
I know you did.
We live in a place where like racism ain't never stopped, hatred ain't never stopped, and then we in the South.
I'm never
First
gonna
of all,
forgive you.
We're in the South.
I feel like that's more so. I mean,
This motherfucking
racism
country
doesn't
was
have a
built
lot
off
to
of
do with it.
racism.
It was.
I know
Man,
racism
shit.
does in certain situations. It does have a lot to do with it, but I feel like that has something to do with having a title.
Okay.
When somebody has power and they feel like, you know what I'm saying,
You can only be racist if you are in a position of power. If you have a
I'm
privilege.
saying, I'm talking about from the police brutality side of it, because I mean, of course, you have
Now the power
white
trip for
cops
sure.
killing black kids, but you know, white cops ain't the only ones out here killing people. Is what I'm saying. Like just in general, to have that kind of power where you feel like can't nobody tell you nothing, ain't shit gonna happen to you, can't nobody touch you. You feel like you can do whatever you want to do and get away with it.
And we supposed to just put our hands up and say, "Oh, we understand."
Oh, you get shot when you put your
No.
hands up
Forgive
though.
you.
No, you don't.
You get shot when you put your hands up too. So it's not. That's not the issue at hand. The issue at hand is who's training the people. Who's
First
putting the
of
people
all,
in that position to be a cop.
The issue at hand is the reprimand. There are no reprimands
True.
for what's going on. Like, I don't give a damn what I do. I can kill this little boy right here today. As long as I'm in uniform and I'm protected by this badge and this shield, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I mean, yeah, I may go sit down for a year, or I may get paid administrative leave, or I may even get suspended for a period of time. But at the end of the day, I'm the law, and ain't shit above me.
So my question is this: if you were a cop, just asking, I'm not trying to sway to either side, and you were out, and it was a rowdy white kid, and he didn't pose you a threat, but he wouldn't listen to anything you said, and you had a gun and a badge, and he steadily approached you.
I'm going to tase his ass.
That's what I'm finna ask. What would you do first?
But that's a form of forgiveness because you're not trying to end someone's life.
I'm just asking. I'm asking a question.
So here's the thing.
Because that's a lot of the questions that they
try to
ask you.
de-escalate the situation. I'm like, hey, what's wrong? Okay, this is the thing. People don't do enough community policing. These officers are, given areas. You need to know the people who live in your areas. You need to know who's a schizophrenic. You need to know who's bipolar.
They don't
You
give
need
a
to
damn about
know
that.
the people around you and what's their triggers and what's going on. You need to know that this person is not mentally stable. So of course they are not gonna follow directions. Of course they may be in the street butt ass naked at 3:00 in the evening and nobody else knows what's going on, you can be like, man, this little Daryl.
But he don't deserve to be tied to a rope and pulled by a horse.
I'm going to go get little Daryl. I'm going to go get this blanket out of my car, and I'm going to throw it over little Daryl and say, hey, come here, let me take you home. Because the thing is, I know my community. I know who I'm policing. Enough officers are not doing this. And you don't come out when people call you. I literally have called about a domestic dispute, and no one has showed up for hours. I mean hours. Do you understand that if I'm calling you in the middle of a dispute and shit is actively going on, I could be dead by the time you get here?
But do you forgive them? That's the question.
Do I forgive who? The officers?
Yeah, do you forgive
I let
the
it go.
system?
I let it go. Because at the end of the
that
day...
ain't the question.
But that's not the question. Do you forgive them?
No, I'm not going to forgive you for that. Because at the end of the day, this is something that needs to change. So I'm going to advocate for change. I'm going to do whatever I can in my power to make this issue known. And once you're taking the proper steps to fix what's happening, then I will forgive you.
We got to police our own community too, though.
And we do. And that's what enough people aren't doing. You don't want to tell when shit goes wrong. When people, little Ray down the street just got killed by John, don't nobody want to say nothing. But let it be you getting killed. You expect somebody to speak up. You get shot. You expect somebody to speak up. You didn't speak up. You watch this shit go down. That's somebody's child too.
That's true.
And at the end of the day, if you see something that's not right, it is your duty, it is your obligation to speak on it as the elder in the community. It is your obligation to speak on it as someone who identifies that this is wrong.
But would you forgive that person? Like, so if an older person didn't want to tell on John for killing little Ray, would you forgive that older person? Because a lot of them older people in that neighborhood are scared.
I would have to forgive you because I don't know your reason for not telling.
Because a lot of them are scared.
Because you feel like, all right, if I tell on him, he's going to come shoot up my house. My grandkids are here. My grandkids are playing in this yard. You know, at any given moment, anything could escalate from me opening my mouth. Which, no, that should not be the street rule, but it is. I don't know who created this shit.
Fuck all that, I'm telling.
No, people are mad at 6ix9ine for telling. People mad at 6ix9ine for telling. Sir, if I'm facing life in jail, I'm telling you now.
White writing on the shirt.
I'm telling on your ass.
11.
What?
Got a little sprinkle grand in
If
the beard. He did.
put me in 6ix9ine position, I'm gonna do the same thing he doing better. Yeah.
Well, he was put in that position to do
I'm
that.
gonna say, man, look, I got some videos in my phone. I got some pictures in my phone. You wanna see?
Well, that ain't. I don't even put that. I mean, being honest,
I
don't even put that on
Hey,
6ix9ine.
y'all.
6ix9ine was put in a position to do that. It's the dumbass niggas that let him in their circle to allow him to do that.
First of all,
You know
he was
what
a
I'm
fucking clown from the jump. He got the clown hair, this colorful ass hair.
Well,
like,
and he said that he was in it. He wasn't even really a part of it. It was just, because of who he was and he needed protection. And he was giving him money. It wasn't even because of who he was or what his status was. So they should have known. That was their fault.
They've had, you know how many snitches has been in any kind of business.
But you know what's crazy? You know how many snitches are walking the streets right now today and they people still fuck with them the same way? Versus these people who sitting in jail doing major time, like serving life for some shit they didn't do because they not gonna tell.
Yeah.
But the streets have changed. Motherfuckers is telling their name is on the paperwork. They come home and they still throw a welcome home party for the nigga. The nigga's a rat.
Facts.
The nigga is a rat. He went to jail for murder, capital murder.
But you know what
and
that
the bro
means, right?
came home in 2 weeks.
But you know why?
He's setting you hoes up, and this is how the government operates.
Because the niggas he fucking with ain't real
I'm
either.
gonna send this nigga back.
That's the point.
No, I'm gonna send dude back into the hood. He gonna infiltrate. He gonna get all the information. He's gonna report back to me. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. What Denzel said, I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
We all know snitches, man. I mean, you know what that is. It just, we live in that world today, man. I don't care. We use that every week, crab in a bucket mentality. Snitches,
He's a rat.
haters. We live in that type of world, man. That's why you do better. If you're going to do something, you better do it by your damn self. Can't nobody tell on you but who.
I can do bad all by myself.
Let me ask y'all a question. I'm going to do a round table right now, starting with Chelsea. What's your art of forgiveness? Starting with you.
I guess, it depends on the situation and who it is. And I won't say who it is because I'm working on forgiving people so that I can move past things. But it
Sound like some bullshit.
It depends.
I'm talking about.
She over here working up me. It sound like some bullshit to me. You hear me? That just sound like something you said to be politically correct. Tell the truth.
That's that on that.
Tell the motherfucking truth.
Well, that's that on that. No, but for real, it's situational. It might take time, like me right now, I'm working in the spiritual world because I feel like I lacked that, and that actually that helps. You know what I'm saying? Because you learn how to forgive. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man. Hey, man. Ticket, what about you? Your art of forgiveness.
Fuck them. I mean, being for real, man, I don't hold shit like that. Like,
Love 'em.
no, I mean, certain shit that people try to do personally to you, like the people that's close to you, if you try to do something detrimental to me, then I might hold it for a minute because I'm like, damn, dog, like, I rock with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like other people, they know not what they do. You know what I mean? I don't give a fuck.
you.
No, I'm saying like a lot of people, what I mean by that is they know what they're doing, but they know not what they do. They don't know the penalty from that. They don't know that I could be God's closest angel.
They will know.
You know what I'm saying? They don't know that they don't know that God could be right here with me and I could be one of his strongest soldiers. And by you hurting me,
do you know the wrath of a woman
getting it.
scorned?
You know what I'm saying? So I don't like, man, fuck them. At the end of the day, man, I let it be. I let it be what it is because you're not hurting. As long as you're not hindering anything in my personal bubble, fuck you.
Jelly, your art of forgiveness.
She don't forgive.
No, I said that. I don't mean
honestly, my thing is I have to vent about it. This is my process. I have to vent about it. I have to come to terms with what has happened to me, and then from there I have to say, okay, so who are you gonna allow this to make you become? Because you can be petty and you can be vengeful and spiteful, or you can protect your peace. Fuck them. Because at the end of the day, me not fucking with you how I used to is going to affect you a lot more than it's going to affect me. Because everything I touch, I'm beneficial to. And that's on your life. Everything I touch, I'm beneficial to. So don't burn bridges that you intend to cross again. Yeah. You want to burn a bridge and then expect me to send a yacht. No, fuck you. I hope you can swim. In real life.
Or drown.
In real life, I really hope you can swim.
Amen.
Because I'm not in the business of catering to people's emotions who don't give a damn about me. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to excuse myself from the situation. I'm going to excuse myself from the situation, and you can suck my...
That's her favorite quote. She need to get a shirt with that.
Yeah. Hashtag I need you.
What you think, Paul?
Nigga vote.
Nigga vote.
No, for real though. I believe in soul ties like a motherfucker. My art of forgiveness is simple.
Soul ties got you stuck
do
in
those
cleansed.
how you want to be treated. So give those respect how you want to be respected. And I feel like a lot of people, they are not respecting of your soul. They want to be quick to say, oh, man, just get over it. Or, just push it to the side. Oh, it wasn't that big of a deal. Motherfucker, you don't know my soul. And this is Hoodie Paul talking right now.
Oh, shit.
So, at the end of the day, if you're not respecting of my soul, then fuck yours. And that's where I'm at with. I'm like, ticket.
Tell them, screw them.
Fuck them.
I mean, eventually, that's what it is.
It gotta
Real
be, though.
talk.
I mean, it has to be. You forgive them for yourself so you can move on in your everyday life. But it has to be a fuck them because if you ain't strong enough to be like fuck them, then, I mean, you're going to hold
people don't
that.
understand there's a difference between fuck it and fuck them.
It is a
So
difference.
I could be saying, man, fuck that situation. It is what it
you
is.
still mad.
You are who you are to me, and that's just what it is. Or I could be saying, fuck you.
Amen.
Like, fuck everything you
About you.
represent, all that negative energy you emit.
And the horse you
fuck
rode in
you,
on.
nigga. I don't want nothing to do with you. Fuck you.
You have people like that in your
That's
life right
fuck
now?
them. Fuck it is fuck the
I believe she
situation.
did.
Because she meant
I
that.
believe she did.
That's what I'm asking.
I seen the vein
Did you suck your
pop
teeth?
out.
Suck your teeth again.
It was real hostile.
It's serious
for a
over
Yeah,
here.
second.
it was very
It's getting
hostile.
real.
I seen
everybody
the,
got
I'm just
one or two.
saying.
I seen the fire.
I'm just
The
saying.
fire
Everybody got
emoji
one or
over
two.
your head.
I'm just saying, fuck
Everybody
them.
got one or two, man.
Fuck you. Fuck everything you stand for. Fuck your mama for having you. Fuck your daddy.
We're going to make us some
for
shirts, I
shooting
promise.
you,
Hashtag, your
like,
mama should have swallowed
fuck
you.
your babysitter for watching
Hashtag, I
you.
want
Like,
you.
yo, no, fuck
Hashtag, suck my... This
But
is she
it-
be coming with them.
It really do take time, though. Like,
It
if
do.
it's
It's a
something
process.
that really,
Let me
really
heal,
hurts
nigga.
you, it's
Let me
it's
hurt,
time.
then let me heal.
Yeah,
Okay.
And people don't want to be hurt. That's the thing. You don't ever want to be hurt. How can you expect to heal from something if you don't recognize that you hurting?
Well, but that's what I was saying earlier. People don't want to feel that, so that's why it's so easy for them to be like, you know what, I'm
That's
over
true,
it.
though.
Like, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
You know
I
that's
forgive
true.
them.
Because I get a lot of people that tell
But
me, like,
you're
you
not
no
actually
emotions.
forgiving
It's
them
gonna be giving a
because you
fuck.
haven't even processed what has happened to you.
I
Like, you gonna say you forgive him, but when you see him, you still
mad.
You still have this disdain for this person.
That's like I was having there was a situation that happened. I had a conversation with my friend about it, and we was good, and she started shooting slugs on social media. And so I called. I was like, "Say, bro, I thought we was good." Oh no, that wasn't about you, but it was like, nah.
Yes, it was.
I put a name on that shit. That's what I'm at with.
Yeah,
Pull up on
me,
you was over
motherfucker.
it, but you still mad.
Because if you
You
talk
still
about me,
talking
let me
it.
know
Put a
so I can
tag
make
on
sure, you know what I'm saying, I address it.
If I ain't fucking with no money or nobody close to family, man, I'm like, fuck it.
Hey, and that's that on that right now, man. We most definitely touching on some touchy topics. Make sure y'all tune in every Wednesday. That was most definitely an eye-opener. Get your shit together. We'll be right back with Jelly, Ears to the Streets, only on TalkBack2Me Podcast, powered by TheCore94. All right, and we're back. We're back, kings and queens, for another Talk Back to Me podcast. She has been burning up the goddamn charts with her controversial topics and pettiness along with it as well. Let's give it up for Jelly. What you got for us?
So, today we are going to discuss this Botham Jean case. The young man who was murdered by a Dallas police officer by the name of Amber Geiger. So, during her sentencing, she was very remorseful, and she was like, "Oh, I wish he had killed me instead, because sis, he'd be in jail for life." Meanwhile, you got 10 years, which is a slap on the wrist, considering what you have done. They also were opting to consider the stand your ground law in her case, but it was not her house. Like, homegirl was breaking and entering.
Facts.
First of all. Then, once she got sentenced, the judge, the bailiff, and his brother were all so, like, empathetic. They all were, like, nurturing her. They went over there and hugged her. The bailiff was fixing her hair after she got sentenced and, like, petting her, like, "Oh, it's going to be okay." No, it's not going to be okay, and it shouldn't be okay. Which is why I feel like we are too forgiving as a people. We have this whole savior complex. If we are wronged by another African American, it's, "Oh, fuck you. You took my family. I hate you. You can rot in jail, go to hell." This woman has taken an innocent man's life, lied about the connection she had with that man, and lied about what happened, what actually took place. But his family is embracing you with open arms. And I don't feel like it's because, oh, they felt you were genuinely sorry. I feel like it's because once they see the color of your skin and they see all the support around you, they're more open to forgiveness. Even the judge, she was endorsed by the police office, like, the whole administration, while she was running for her chair. So, of course, she's going to be partial to the situation. Of course, they're going to be more understanding. "Oh, well, we only gave her 10 years because she was so remorseful. And do you know what jail is going to do to her?" Do you know what the grave is doing to Botham Jean? Like, what are you talking about? Do you know what that's doing to his family? Do you know the trauma that they're dealing with? But people are so quick to forgive in situations where someone was actually wronged in a major way. I was wronged. And you're going to forgive that person. This is a ghetto PSA to all of my family. If someone does something to me and I am murdered in cold blood, do not forgive them. I'm telling you right now. I want you to turn that bitch to Afghanistan with no problems. Do you understand me? Okay? Okay.
To Afghanistan?
Ooh, that's Jelly. God
Afghanistan.
damn. How you feeling about that one,
Right.
Charles?
So I've been kind of keeping up with it. I've been talking to my mama about it, and so for the brother, I wouldn't have hugged her, but like we discussed earlier, forgiveness is for yourself. So if that's what he needed to do in order for him to heal or to move past it, fine. But the judge and the security guard. So the situation with the judge, apparently she was moved by the brother saying, that maybe while the lady was in there, she needed to adopt, a Christian lifestyle. And so the judge offered her her Bible, and the lady reached for a hug, so she hugged her back. So
Still too fucking much.
but the lady gonna be in there for 10 years, whether it was 10 years or
She ain't
100.
gonna serve 10. She gonna serve 5.
She better serve 10.
It's gonna be
Good
3.5,
behavior.
4.
She better
Gotta
serve
do
10.
3.5, 4.
But
I'm just speaking from the walls. I'm gonna let
she
you
got
know.
a lot of time to reflect.
Yeah.
And I
Good
guess
behavior.
in her way of giving her the Bible or him telling her, get to know God while you in there, was their way of, whatever, repent, because that's what we do. We forgive and we tell people you need to repent. But yeah, it was a little too much.
It was much.
With the embracing or whatever. But that's something that we wouldn't do. You know what I'm saying?
But y'all gotta understand why.
Everybody do things differently that works for them. So I feel like, whatever, we judge and we say what we will, what we won't do. We honestly don't know what we would do in those
Until we're in
situations.
that situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. But in the same token, it's like people get more time for drug offenses.
Yeah.
Like you took someone's whole life from them. You took the remainder of his life from him. You don't know what his lifespan would have been. That man could have lived to see 105. And you took his life. You cut his life short.
Well-
He did not get the opportunity to have children, raise children, and be, the man that he could have been.
Or that he already was.
Or that he already was. He could have been flourishing
You better
already.
speak over there, Chili
You know what
Chill.
I'm
I
saying?
hear
Like,
you.
you cut his life short. And in return, they take 10 years from you, which they will not take the full 10 from you.
I feel like she should have got longer because
She definitely shoulda got
She was
longer.
saying he got up, and I think they actually used it that he got up to attack her. But when they had the evidence, he had a bowl of ice cream in his hand. She shot him from standing up. She was standing, he was sitting down. She was standing up. So it wasn't even true. That man was sitting at home chilling, eating ice cream. You can't even sit at home, watch TV, eat a bowl of ice cream without a motherfucker trying to kill you. And
And then
thing
lie about
is-
it.
My thing is, you know what I'm saying? You knew that wasn't your house. Unless
The
his
key
door
didn't
was
work.
on- That's what I'm saying. So basically, you broke in that bitch because if your key didn't work, I would have been like, oh shit, this ain't my house. And then the first thing I would have thought if I opened it and saw somebody else in there sitting on the couch, because if you was really trying to rob me or do something to me, you wouldn't be sitting on the couch with your feet kicked up. You know what I'm saying?
Not eat ice
So I would
cream.
have been like, oh shit, this ain't my apartment. It was too many things.
That could have swayed your
Yeah.
behavior.
Talking about she was intoxicated. First of all, as an officer of the law, you are taught that you should not be drinking over this amount. You should not be in any situation, and how to react under pressure. How to
Yeah.
react in situations like this.
Well-
And then they expect civilians to be calm with a gun pointed in their face. What the fuck you expect me? Of course I'm a panic. You've been trained with a gun in your face. You've been tased before. You know what it feels
Yeah.
like. And you're still terrified of me, an unarmed civilian. And you're able to react and you're able to fire at will and claim it was self-defense. Oh, because you were scared for your life. How do you think I feel? As a black male, and I'm watching the news every day, and my counterparts are being murdered in cold blood, how the fuck do you expect me to react to this situation?
Hey, man, to that. Damn.
Man, look. Amber Geiger can gargle a dick. Thanks.
Wow.
She said gargle one. Not choke, but gargle. So that means she has to, for the audience
You
that's
know what,
watching.
Tiki? What do you think?
For the audience that's watching.
Hum on
Tiki,
it.
what you got?
I just always try to look at it from different point of views. Like, how would they have reacted if it had been on the other foot?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If
Like,
it was what she
if I
wanted.
came home tonight and, I'm having a drink right now, fuck it. But if I came home tonight and I'm lit and I put my key in the door and it don't work and I kick the door in and come in anyway and you sitting in there as a white woman and I shoot you down because I think you're in my apartment while you eating ice cream, they gonna give me they probably gonna give me the injection.
Oh, yeah.
They probably gonna kill me
Yeah.
because they gonna look at it like that woman was sitting peaceful, she was chilling, and you
Because
went
first
into
of
her
all,
domain.
it wasn't an accident. You did that on purpose.
Exactly.
You knew who she was, and you
Well, I
wanted
mean,
her dead.
I look at it
And
differently.
you lied and said you didn't know who he was at first. You said you didn't know
I
that.
said I look
man.
at it differently.
And then pictures emerged of you out at family functions with him and his family.
Yeah. And that's why I say I look at it differently because, I'm not even trying to just make it a racial thing, but I look at it like it might be some things about him you really didn't like. You know what I mean? And that just came that night where you was like, I'm finna act on all this shit. You know what I mean? I look deeper in everything. I guess that's the Virgo in me. I, analyze a lot. But
It's not the Virgo.
I'm telling you, man, I analyze a whole lot,
Virgos.
and it's just kind of like, I look at it from different, like a multitude of different, not even just black. If there was a Hispanic and you was white sitting in the house, any El Salvadorian, Cuban,
Anything.
Dominican,
You're going to jail.
you're done.
Anything.
And the reason why I say that is like, I'm not trying to take nothing from the sister being a judge, but you get up and hug. But they have like a penal code. They all stick together. That the cop, the judge, the lawyer, they all kind of rock
People don't
together.
understand. When you get a court-appointed attorney,
Yeah.
they work for the court.
So it's kind of like I'm gonna get up and hug her because she's a cop, yada yada yada. But at the end of the day, and why I said 3.5 earlier was because when she first get to prison, she's not gonna be in regular population. Stop that. You know what I mean? Ain't no way in hell they putting her in regular population with a bunch of other black chicks that look like Betty Ann and Sume. They not putting her in regular population. I'm just being for real. The ones with 3 braids over here and the rest of their hair loose, they not putting her in regular population.
But
Betty Ann and Sume, they not putting them in.
But that's crazy. I have an aunt named
Listen,
Betty Ann.
they not putting her in regular population. She gonna be in isolation for a while, and the reason why she gonna be like that is till it dies down.
Yeah.
Then once it dies down, they'll put her out in regular, let her find some kind of trade, get out, and she'll probably never be a cop again. But when she get out, she'll probably be a security guard or something of that
She'll
retrospect.
be able to get a job.
Exactly.
She'll be able to live
but
her life.
It's harmful because, like, I speak on that, like, I'm not saying that, like, to try to say anything personal, but, man, half of my folks that I know on that side done hustled, sold dope, and done whatever. I got a cousin doing 27 right now that accidentally shot his friend. They were playing with a gun. Playing with a gun in the room, and he accidentally shot him. And told him what happened. He's still doing 27. You know what I mean? The other friend's parents was like, we don't really want to pursue, you know what I mean? It was an accident. Still doing 27. Now, in this retrospect, you know what you've done. You know what I'm saying? But and that's why I look at it like, that's why I said earlier, you got to know where we live, man. We live in America.
First of all,
It's not about us.
people get more time for harming animals than they do for killing
Michael
other
Vick.
humans.
This is
Like,
facts.
how the fuck is it that the ASPCA and PETA got more say-so than the motherfucking...
But it's truthful, though.
In the
The world we live in right now,
the angel.
a pervert can go rape a kid right now. A pervert can go rape a kid and get 5-6 years. And be out doing the same
Give
thing.
him his 5-6, because as soon as he died that door, he's a dead man.
But I'm just
Put a
saying,
hit on him real
he can still get 5 or 6 and get out and relive his life and just be registered and go on from wherever. I can go sell a kilo, 3, 4, 6, 7 in my neighborhood, and they gonna give me 50 to life
That's true.
because I'm selling dope and
Because
I'm
you
a
got
kingpin.
big dope. You
So,
got money.
But it's a fucked up situation.
So I have a friend. Well, you're not friends anymore, but one of my best friends in middle school. She had, well, not in a bad way, but just people grow
Drifted,
apart.
yeah.
Yeah, after school, and so like her brother, he was hanging out with some dudes, and some shit happened, right? And they were in his car, and he had a gun. Somebody else used his gun to kill somebody, and instead of him saying who that person was, he took the fall because it was his gun. So not only does that happen, so they go to court or whatever, and these same dudes that was on some fucked up shit using his gun, they go and start saying that he did all of the other stuff that they did. So now he got 100 years to life, and all them niggas is out with family.
What happens?
They don't even live that type of life no more.
I'm telling.
100 years
6'9" me. Give me the
Listen.
red nose. Give me the colorful hair, rainbow
And he
hair.
would not snitch.
Give me the
he took
tattoo.
fall for all of
Listen.
them.
It's me.
My
Honest
cousin,
life.
Blicky got the rubbing. Me.
my
Yeah,
cousin
he
stayed in
did
San
it.
Diego, California. Fly guy, pretty boy, bright skin, curly hair. Should be a model type nigga. Same way. They had a plot and plan. He was a manager of McDonald's. Him, 2 white girls, and 2 or 3 other dudes had a plan. All right, y'all gonna leave and act like y'all working. We gonna leave and come back and act like we robbing y'all. Don't hit no button. We gonna get the money. We gonna all bust it down. The white girls hit the button and panicked. They all went to the police station. They turned everything on him. He did 13. Everybody else got off scotch-free. Same situation now. I got a nephew doing time. Same way. In West Texas, robbing somewhere, but you got to realize where you at. They in Odessa. They don't give a damn about your skin tone. So
Like
when you
said,
doing something,
Texas, man.
like, only thing that got him off was who my sister is. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that she do in the community and what he had done from before. They don't, like, if I can preach, like, to the kids I coach or the kids I go talk to, they don't care about you. You know what I mean? Like, it's no more that we can say past that. They don't care about you, your skin tone, your color, your outlook on life, what you're doing positive. You can be done wrote 99 books You can be a philanthropist. You can be, man, whatever it may be. You can be the most positive individual in the world. If they feel you pose one threat, they will kill you or they will put you behind them bars and throw away the key. And that's the only fucked up situation in this realm. Shit, that was a hate crime to me. I don't give a damn how you look at it. It wasn't, I shot him because I was scared. You could have shot him once in his leg for a warning shot and said, hey, let me call the police station. I think somebody in my apartment. You killed him. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. But it would never be changed because y'all see it, man. And it's crazy. Like, I try not to get mad or frustrated or aggravated with it, but I do because I get so many people that be like, something got to change. Something you're not doing nothing to change it, though. We not doing nothing to change it. At the end of the day, you see the steady shit going on. It's not going to change because at the end of the day, they're going to continue to be allowed to do what they want to do. And they can be mad at me. They can sanction me. We live in a white world. We live in a racist
It's
world.
white America, man.
We live in a fucked up situation.
Yeah,
If your skin tone say different, you better duck your head and be on the. But then a lot of niggas be like, nah, I'm gonna die with a cause. But okay, if you got a family and you got kids and you got people that look up to you, are you really gonna die with a cause? Yeah. Or are you gonna try to be righteous to live the way you can live? It's not for us. And we're in our last days, man. You gotta get used to that. It is, and not saying it's right, but it is what it is. I mean, you gotta figure out ways to move. You gotta figure out ways to be in certain situations and not be in others. That's simple. You know what I mean? If you see something happen before it happened, get your ass away from there. That's simple, but sometimes you can't. But it is fucked up. She deserves way more.
It most definitely is, man. Damn, I felt that one right there. That was a little heart to heart right there. So, Jelly, with you bringing up this topic, with this being ears to the streets, what would you do? What would you classify as educating those who are not being educated by something like this?
So what I would say is, for people to actually pay attention to what's going on around you, put yourself in a position to win and put others in a position to win who identify with you. If we have more officers who come from our environment, who know how to cater to the people in our communities, then we would be better served. If we have more judges who come from our environment, stop tearing everybody down. Stop feeling like, oh, well, you think you better than me because you want to do better. You're supposed to want better for yourself and for your counterpart. I want my neighbor to win because by you winning, I look good just standing next to you. If we're going to be real. So at the end of the day, it's all about preparing yourself for the inevitable and always expecting the worst, but still praying for the best.
Y'all most definitely heard it here first from Jelly. Ears to the
That's
streets, hashtag. Make sure y'all check her out. This was most definitely a tearjerker for some. Make sure y'all check it out every Wednesday, Ears to the Streets. Make sure y'all just type in Jelly. It's real easy to pull up. We'll be right back with a word from Chelsea. All right, and we back. Talk Back to Me Podcast, powered by TheCore94. I want to welcome back somebody that I've been missing for a long, long time. Let's bring back Chelsea. What you got for us?
She say hi.
How you guys?
Hi.
Now I just want to, share some love and encouragement today. Since I've been gone. I don't know if you guys, pay attention to my Instagram. I'm sure nobody does, but
We do.
That's tough. That's tough.
no. I took a little break, and it's because I was having some issues with my health, and I didn't know where it was coming from. Just like random, right? So it took some time for myself to kind of figure out what was going on, and come to find out it was some spiritual stuff going on that I needed to focus on, because legit, like when I focused on that in particular, my whole, everything just changed. I don't even have those feelings of sickness anymore. So the encouragement is, I know a lot of people might be working really, really hard, and they don't know when it's gonna pan out, when stuff is gonna start working out for them. But y'all, literally, when you are aligned and you start working in the spiritual realm with God on what your purpose is, things will literally start falling into place. When you worry and I know it's hard because we're human not to worry when things happen, especially when you don't know which way they're going to go. You really got to try not to worry. You got to trust that God is going to work that thing out because he always does. And it took a lot of him working things out for me to completely trust that God is going to do what he said he was going to do. So as of lately, literally everybody around me, including this show, has been prospering. And I don't know if it was me having to be aligned with what I had going on in order to see it, or what the case may be. But y'all, like literally everybody, everything around me is just is moving forward. It's prospering, and I feel like a lot of times you could have people around you that stops you from being blessed. Because a lot of times we think the people we started with are the people we got to end with, and a lot of times that's not the case. I've had situations where I've literally thought people were my friend and they were going against the grain. You know what I'm saying? Saying stuff behind my back, and it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I thought you was here for me, but you really going against me. And a lot of times we got to recognize who those people are, cut them off.
Quick.
Because it's stopping you from moving forward. And a lot of times we don't realize that, and we working hard and we doing what it is we need to do. And it's the people that we have with us that's not supposed to move forward. But anyway, so I just feel like once you get that out of your life and you start focusing on you and work really, really hard. I saw a post the other day. It was like, when you start focusing and working hard on what it is that you're supposed to be doing, what your purpose is, literally nothing else matters. The people that you need are going to be around you. They're going to start forming around you. I've experienced that recently. The people that you don't need are going to start falling off. And literally, you're going to see it. Just shit. I'm sorry. Not shit. But things are just going to start happening, y'all. So I just wanted to encourage everybody who's, working hard and, looking for a sign. Here's your sign.
Bang.
Keep working.
Just like that.
So appreciate you.
I'm gonna most definitely chime in on that first. I felt that one in the core because, since we started this show, it's been a lot of not only personal demons that's been attacking me, but you have a lot of negative people that tends to come and rain on your parade.
Yeah.
They feel like they have some type of energy to where what they say matters. And it doesn't.
You don't.
You have to stay in your lane. And you also have to recognize opportunities as given to you. Mm-hmm. You can't, I'm not going to say you can't take a step back, but you have to learn how to be able to move forward when an opportunity is presented, because chances are that opportunity might not be here next year, next month, tomorrow, whatever the case may be. So you have to stay focused. You have to stay grounded. So I most definitely felt that. I'm going through that on a day-to-day basis. That's just my take on it. What about you, Tiki? How you feeling?
Your energy is your everything, man. You know what I mean? And I speak that a lot, protecting your own. And as we going back to forgiveness, you have to allow to forgive people too, because you got to protect your own energy. You know what I mean? And if your energy ain't on a 10, how you expect for yourself to be on a 10? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You can't love others and help others and do things for others. And especially, I don't care what you do in life, it's got to involve people some kind of way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? There's no way you can thrive every day or help somebody else thrive if your energy is not where it need to be. So you got to protect your energy, man, at all costs.
Mm-hmm. Jelly, how you feeling about it?
I would say that as a broken person, you cannot fix another person. Two broken people are only that. Two broken people.
Ooh, you can't fix
You
nobody.
cannot continue to pour into someone and think that eventually they're going to be able to pour into you and y'all are going to be both, y'all are both going to be full. It doesn't work like that because somebody was lacking from the beginning. This person has to fix whatever's going on with themselves before they can come to the table and feel like they can be a contribution. And a lot of times people don't understand that what you are dealing with mentally and emotionally affects you physically. They do. So while you are being drained spiritually, while you're being drained mentally and emotionally, at the end of the day, your body reflects that. It's like if you are around an energy vampire, someone is constantly leeching off of you and leeching off of the positive vibes you give, eventually you don't have much more to give. And it starts showing. That stress starts showing in your face. It starts showing in the breakage of your hair. Your skin starts getting bad. You start gaining weight. Sometimes you lose a whole bunch of weight. And a lot of people see it as, oh, girl, you looking good. In your head, you know, I'm sick. I may not be sick to how most people recognize the illness, but I'm sick.
Yeah.
And I have to get rid of whatever illness is taking over me. I have to let it go.
Yeah.
Whether it's a person, whether it's something material, whether it's this home, this job, whatever it is, I need to find out what that connection is and sever ties with it. Or else I'm not going to ever get better. I'm not going to ever start feeling like myself again. There's been a lot of times where I had to cut people off and things off for me to just start feeling like myself because I noticed the change in me that I didn't like. I became a pessimist. I've always been optimistic.
And when that happened, did you notice anybody new coming into your life that was actually pouring into you? Yep.
Dang.
I did.
That's
powerful.
That's how it happened.
That's powerful. So, Chels, with this being Where's the Wine, I want to most definitely say from all of us, welcome back, and we're glad to have you back.
Welcome
Thank you.
All right, Mace.
Welcome back.
Oh, shit. What would you tell your viewers, with everybody watching right now, your personal journey? Not giving too much of yourself, but what advice would you give to them as far as where they would need to go as far as taking a step back so you can move forward? What would you say?
Well, you know, if it's my followers, y'all live in the spirit. So I'm just going to say get right with God. You know what I'm saying? Because when God is ahead of your life, literally everything just
falls into place.
It just falls into place. So that's where I'm at right now. So I feel like that's what a lot of people need to be, especially if you are working hard towards something and you feel like there's no way, because there's always a way. The Lord will make a way. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Hallelujah. And I'm going to go ahead and take them to church one
Oh, my
time because I
God.
felt it. This is Hoodie Paul. Make sure y'all check out Chels Soyini Jones on Instagram. # Where's the Wine. She's back dropping gems.
She's
only on Talk
back.
Back to Me Podcast, powered by TheCore94. We'll be right back with a word from Ticket and final takes. And we're back. Talk Back to Me Podcast, powered by TheCore94. We had a very touchy episode, but it most definitely ended with a lot of education at the end. Now we're back with final takes. I'm going to start off with Chelsea. What's your final take?
Oh, man, forgive, but never forget.
Just say, man.
I
Man.
didn't remember what the topic was. My bad. Yeah, forgive, never forget. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody have control over your mental. Get that shit together, yo.
Get that shit together, like Drake said. Jelly, what's your final take?
Mine would be that forgiveness is ultimately for you, and to allow yourself to go through your process. Don't let others rush you into forgiving. You literally have to take the steps to be okay. Recognize that you're hurting, heal from it. Then you can say, you know what? It is what it is, little bro. We good.
Little bro.
Or it is what it is, little bro. But shit, I ain't fucking with you.
All right, little bro. I hear you, little bro.
All right, little bro. I hear you, little bro.
Or like Megan say, little nigga.
Lord, man.
Nigga, what's your final take?
Man, free yourself.
I don't need a nap.
Just free yourself, man. At the end of the day, stop holding energy that they not even thinking about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You drained and they thriving. So who's really winning? You know what I mean? So again, free yourself. You drained again and they thriving. Who's winning? Make sure that you always win in any situation and set yourself up to do so. And you got to control your energy to do that. So free yourself. Period.
Come on, Fantasia.
That's it.
Free your soul.
That's it, man. That's it for the day. Simple and easy, man. Free yourself. And it sounds simple, but it's really easy. I mean, it sounds simple, but it is hard because a lot of people won't free themselves. They'll hold on to some bullshit when they ain't got to. Stop holding on to that bullshit, man. Stop holding on to it. Free yourself, and you'll feel like you done lost all the weight in the world because it get off of you, man. It get off your shoulders. You can't carry everything.
Feel like
You're
a
not
whole
meant to
new
do that.
woman.
You know what
Give
I mean?
us
Free
free.
yourself.
I hear you there. Ticket over here dropping Amistad quotes. Free yourself right now. We
Keep
are
us
really
free.
tuning
We're
in.
going to put a hoodie on Paul every week because Paul done got loose in here.
Hey, man, it's Hoodie Paul.
Next week
out
it'll be
here.
purple, then green, then black, then lime.
And we got to do what we got to do to bring that education. Make sure y'all check out Ticket. I am MC Ticket. Instagram, hashtag Ticket Thoughts. Only on Talk Back to Me podcast. My final takes is real simple. You know, Rick Ross always says,
Oh God, not a Rick Ross quote.
God forgives. You know, I gotta
God forgives, I don't.
I gotta bring it up because he was in town, you know. But
What he said?
shout out to Rick Ross. But
What he
Rick
said?
Ross always says, "God forgives, I don't." You know what I'm gonna say?
I
Though? I'm gonna
don't.
twist it up a bit since I'm Hoodie Paul right now. God forgives, can you? And that's real shit. Can you? Can you forgive?
Well, we know you can't,
move
Jelly.
forward? Can you actually
You act
get
as
your
God.
Hey,
We.
I am
can you
God.
do it?
I mean, we are in His image.
Hey, we
Supposed to
were
be.
created in His image.
Hey.
Now,
Period,
can we
boo.
actually live the image that we was created for?
His.
This is exclusive.
You
Y'all
know
met my
that
crew.
God is
We here
one
every
of us.
Wednesday, 2:00 p.m. Talk Back to Me podcast. Controversial topics, inspirational views with the occasional tea. Ladies and gentlemen, we are Talk Back to Me podcast.
Get it.
And we out.